Sherrone Moore has been fired for cause at Michigan for an inappropriate relationship with a student. Well, what I should say, if I read the statement from the University of Michigan directly, Michigan football coach Sherrone Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately following a university investigation. Credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes clear violation of university policy, and maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Biff Poggi has been appointed head football coach in an interim capacity effective immediately. Yeah, I don't have a ton more to add. I mentioned it as we were going to the top of the hour there, but I get a lot of calls, often that are they're rumors and they're wild, and you never really know what to believe, and you end up following a lot of different weird leads, and most of them dry up, and there's nothing to them. But I did get a call on Saturday. I can tell you exactly where I was. I went to Chris's Specialty Foods to pick up a steak to throw on the grill, and I was driving home. And I got a call from someone who told me that. Actually gave me more detail into that I'm not going to share, because at this point that's rumor mongering that I can't confirm. But this part of it clearly is now. Michigan has acknowledged that it was an inappropriate relationship, but apparently there is more. Notably, the result of the relationship, and also the family of the student. Anyway, so I think there's more there that we're going to find out. But the other thing, maybe of greater consequence, that this person shared with me was that the target to replace Moore, this was Saturday, was going to be Kalen DeBoer. So, I rolled my eyes. It's okay. Yeah, sure. But the more improbable part of that story has already happened now, with Sherrone Moore being fired for cause, and Michigan's looking for a head coach. So there are clearly two things here that are pieces that, for us anyway, here in our little corner of the world in Louisiana and SEC country, the two things, number one, would be that. The Michigan job is open. We can have all the conversation we want about Sherrone Moore and all that stuff, whatever. To whatever degree you care. But of greater consequence is the Michigan job is open. And there are going to be a lot of coaches interested in taking the Michigan job. So could that be Kalen DeBoer? Maybe. That's what this person told me on Saturday, was that he was going to be their top target. To reiterate, I want to be very clear, because I know how things get clipped and heard and said. I want to be very clear. I have no idea whatsoever if DeBoer would be interested in Michigan, who else would be on the list. I'm just telling you that the person who 4 days ago told me Sherrone Moore was going to be fired for cause, that I kind of rolled my eyes and laughed at, also told me DeBoer was going to be their top target. So I'm paying attention. Let's just say I'm paying attention now. The other part of it that I think is super relevant here is Bryce Underwood. Now, Bryce Underwood started the entire season at Michigan this year as a freshman, and he did not have a great year. That is a fair assessment. Michigan was an underwhelming team, and Underwood was part of that. Bryce Underwood threw for 2,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He ran for 5 touchdowns, by the way. But look, it's unenviable. It's a true freshman stepping right in and being the starting quarterback in Michigan. That's not easy. But he's the same guy with the tremendous skill set and upside. So with Sherrone Moore no longer in Michigan, I don't know what the Oracle dollars still look like, but it's worth paying attention to see who the next coach is going to be at Michigan. Now, the coaching staff that had a relationship with Bryce Underwood is no longer in Baton Rouge. That was primarily Joe Sloan's relationship. I feel like Joe Sloan spent more time in Michigan, probably than the Michigan coaching staff did, seeing Bryce Underwood. But Bryce came to Baton Rouge, was it 9 times on his own? So a coaching change, tumult, something like this could certainly cause a disruption there. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to consider that. And LSU is in desperate need of a quarterback. Quarterbacks, plural. And maybe it's Sam Leavitt. Maybe it ends up being one of the guys from Ole Miss, Chambliss, Austin Simmons, follows Lane Kiffin here. I don't know. But if you don't at least go kick the tires on Bryce Underwood and say, hey, you were committed here for a year, man. You got your year of experience up there. Your coach is gone. You want to come back down? Portal opens in 3 weeks. It's worth making that phone call. I mean, I'm sure they still got his agent's number on speed dial. You still got people in the building to have it. So, boy, that's jarring, man. Like, I just get, like, I'm pausing, and forgive me, I'm not trying to, like, just have dead air here. I'm sorry. But, we just went through a thing with Lane Kiffin and the LSU coaching search and all that stuff for 6 weeks, where every day of my life for 6 weeks, I got ridiculous calls and texts and all the rumors, all the stupidity that people, Lane Kiffin bought a house, Knox is already enrolled here or there, like all the stupidity that some of you read on the internet and believe, which is just stupidity. And you end up chasing your tail and trying to vet a lot of things that just because you don't want to leave any stone unturned. I would have never believed that when I got that call on Saturday. But my goodness. Sherrone Moore fired for cause for the exact reason I was told, and that person told me DeBoer would be their top target. So Michigan's open. What Notre Dame could come open if Marcus Freeman decides that he wants to taste the NFL with the Giants. And gigantic if, again, I don't have any insight into what DeBoer would do. I have no insight at all. I'm being very honest. I'm spitballing here. But if DeBoer were to leave, then Alabama comes open. And what happens there? I mean, we could be on the verge of the second spinning of this coaching carousel cycle with some of the biggest brands in the world. Michigan, already open. See what direction they go. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.